Very respectfully, good morning to the global world. I am Rajendra Kumar. I am an Indian. I am a teacher of English language and literature. I am a teacher of CBSE board school, and it is my will and desire that I am going to teach the university students something. It is quite evident to say and comment that English is a modern language. It is such a language as it has become an international language for the country of the world. And it is a universal fact to accept that most of the subjects that we study in the modern language is English. All the subjects are prescribed in English, which we study not only in schools but also colleges and universities. It has occupied an important place among all the languages of the world. But most of the students belonging to school, college, and university study English medium, but they don't know how to write correct English, how to communicate correctly, and how to make their lives highly successful. It is a problem. It is a problem, and it can also be said that it is not a problem. I would like to comment clearly that I am taking up the classes of colleges and universities. It is a common view to consider that language is, particularly English language, is a door through which the monarch of literature enters and occupies the throne. In other words, it can be said that language is one hand and literature is another hand. I am teaching students of universities and colleges only. I am taking up the classes of colleges and universities. Those students who belong to colleges and universities in all the countries of the world, I am teaching them. My teaching is not for my country. My teaching is for the students, learners, educants of all the countries of the world. Now, the topic that I am selecting to teach you today is rhetoric. In other words, it is called the figure of speech. University classes upon world level. University classes upon world level. Topic: rhetoric. RHATORIC. Which the figure of a speech. The figure of a speech. It is not denying perhaps behind the fact that language and literature is such an aspect which has been playing a very vital role in our life. English language cannot be ignored in other countries. And Considering this modern language, each and every person, particularly illiterate, when in front of an illiterate person, an English speaking language, an English speaker, when appears to the illiterate person and speaks and talks, that illiterate person is under the influence of an English speaking language. It's amazing. It's a language of respect, veneration, and adoration. English language is glimmering, shimmering like a star in the sky. If we have a desire, penchant, or passion to make our English language strong, we, the people of the world belonging to any country, will have to command over this language. It can't be denied and it can't be overlooked. But knowledge is first hand. Without the knowledge of grammar, language, and literature, we can't command over this language. The person who chats with other people in English is regarded and respected in not only our family but our society, business, education, and whatnot. The topic that I have selected to teach the students of university to all the countries is rhetoric, which the figure of speech. First, we shall have to know its genesis. Genesis means origin, introduction, history, definition, and its zombie spill. Now let us start the journey of literature that is called oratory, which the figure of speech. Genesis. Genesis means origin of the concerned element, oratory, or the figure of speech. Etymologically, recording and investigating. The expression oratory or figure of speech has its ovum in different languages of the world, like Latin, Old English, German, and Greek. The word rhetoric from the Greek word rhetor, rhetor, rhetor. The word figure from the Latin word figura. The word of from the Old English oppo and the word speech from the German word Sprache, Spraeche, Sprache, Sprache, systematically arranging rhetor, bhij, figura, oppo, Sprache, which means rhetoric, which figure of speech. As reflected in the dictionary of world literature, world literature, compiled and compiled and edited by Professor Joseph T. Shipley, a university exponent. We have recorded the basic and fundamental origin of the figure of speech, which oratory. Now let us understand what its origin or birth is. The history of language of rhetoric, the history of language of rhetoric, which figure of speech says that these words, rhetoric, figure of speech, have originated from different languages of the world, which are under the sun on earth. The word rhetoric has come down to us in the Greek word rhetor, whose spelling is Rhetora. The word figure has come down to us in the Latin word figura, Figura. The word of from the Old English word apo, whose spelling is Apo, and the word of speech from the German word Sprache, whose spelling is Spraecha. If we arrange them systematically, we get and receive orator, figura of speech, which means rhetoric or figure of speech, and in simple literary meaning is the ornamental representation of literary work of art. The basic meaning of a rhetoric or figure of speech in English language to understand is that it means the literary representation of a literary work of art. Okay, it is a very nice thing. Suppose we produce a very simple sentence that has no effect and influence. Suppose I am taking a sentence, John is handsome. This sentence does not have its effect particularly, but it has a little attraction. A person, there is a person who is handsome. But this sentence, if it is produced effectively, we can say that John is handsome like a glittering star. Wow! The person who will hear will be taken aback. Who is John? That is handsome like a shining star or glimmering star. Another sentence we can say Chandni or Saloni. Chandni or Saloni is beautiful. Very simple sentence we have spoken. But if we make it strong, we can say that Chandni or Saloni is as beautiful as a bloomed flower. This production will be called literary production, presented by a poet or dramatist in his or her literary work of art. Obviously, it can be asserted that literature is life and blood of a country, just as language is the culture and civilization of a nation, which can be ignored. Neither of the two can be ignored. One is body, another is soul. One is one eye, the other is the second eye. One is the lower lip, the other is the upper lip. Both are dependable to each other. Now let's learn its definition. After the journey of its genesis or birth or origin, we are going to study its basic definition. It is a must. According to Professor Joseph T. Shipley, rhetoric, which the figure of speech is a speech is associated with the literary presentation of literary work of art different from and ordinary language. I am clearing the definition in clear words. The definition is according to Dr. Joseph Discipline. Rhetoric or figure of speech is associated with the literary presentation of literary work of art in a different languages, different from an ordinary language. Rhetoric, which figure of speech is associated with literary literary presentation of a literary work of art different from an ordinary language. Considering the definition, we can conclude or analyze the given definition says that suppose a poet or dramatist has produced a sentence. The sentence is simple. The sentence is like that APJ Abdul Kalam was a scientist. It is a simple sentence. It means that there was a person whose name was Abdul Kalam and he was a scientist. But the poet or dramatist presents this sentence very effectively, saying that or depicting that Abdul APJ Abdul Kalam was a great scientist like a great lord of the universe. Analyzing this sentence, we come to conclusion that APJ Abdul Kalam is compared with the maker of the universe. This is not an ordinary sentence. Follow? This production of sentence is called rhetoric or figure of speech. This is the first video that is based upon university classes upon world level. And in the next video, we shall study its components. And I hope that the students of university belonging to all the countries of the world will join this batch. Though I am an Indian, but I am willing to teach the world, not in Hindi medium, not in my only regional dialect, in the same language, because English is English and English should be taught in English medium. Why English should be taught in particular national language of a country? I don't accept. So, if you have desire, passion to learn English, whether you belong to England, Germany, France, Scotland, France, and other countries, Groenland, Thailand, Burma, Hindustan, Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, it doesn't matter. It matters that how eager we are. Okay? Till then, I am suspending the classes. In the next classes, I welcome. Until then, thank you very much.